When you ride nothing but long limousines, you fly around in your own Gulfstream, and you got any woman in the world you want. Just like that. Woo!
Ric Flair is a legendary wrestler. To some, he is wrestling.
He fought in the biggest matches, he fought some of the toughest opponents out there, and he ended up winning 16 different world championships, which was an incredible feat for pro wrestling.
Hey, this is the Nature Boy Ric Flair, that limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, and you're watching me on People TV, and I'm having a hard time holding these Ferragamos down. Woo! Hey, to all my fans out there, let it be known worldwide that Nature Boy, woo, is back up and running.
This week, People TV sat down with Nature Boy Ric Flair at a Georgia Physical Therapy Center where he is recovering. He was in a week-long coma due to multiple organ failure, and doctors were actually not sure whether he was going to make it out alive.
Unbeknownst to fans, behind the scenes of professional wrestling, many of its stars, including Ric Flair, lead very unhealthy lives.
Flair now with the head of Steven, no! To the knee again.
When I started in the business in 1972, we drove 3,000 miles a week. You'd wrestle twice on Saturday and twice on Sunday. So it became natural to drink beer at night.
Ric's wild lifestyle wasn't limited to just his excessive drinking. He actually embodied the wild lifestyle that he presented on camera.
I wear a $15,000 Rolex!
Wrestlers worked hard, and they partied even harder. You've heard stories about guys like Andre the Giant who could drink over 100 beers. Ric Flair was a part of that lifestyle. He, personified a lot of that.
I didn't think I was an alcoholic, but I obviously was. I never drank when I was working. But as soon as work was over, right to the mill.
Ric continued this extravagant lifestyle throughout his career, and at the time, saw nothing wrong with it.
First beer, then booze, then beer, then booze, then what else? Jägermeister, tequila, all the stuff you do when you're young. I don't do that anymore, but I just never stopped.
So despite being married 4 different times and having 4 kids, Ric Flair was better known for his promiscuity and his flirting and his gallivanting with women.
I'm not changing my lifestyle. I'm 4 or 5 women every day of my life.
Ric now is engaged and seems very happy and devoted to his fiancée, Wendy.
I met Ric back in the early 90s when I came through Atlanta and they were auditioning for a part on I thought a TV show. I didn't know it was wrestling. So I went out and they were looking for someone who spoke French, and I did. It was Ric, Dusty Rhodes, and I believe Sting in the room. And they said, "Do you know who we are?" And I said, "No." They said, "We love her." So from that moment on, I became Fifi the French maid and worked with Ric on a show called Flair for the Gold on WCW.
Turn it around for him one time, Fifi. Walk that aisle.
They kind of went their separate ways and reconnected about 5 years ago.
We started talking on the phone, and he was going through some tough times, going through another divorce. And next thing you know, we met up for a nice dinner, and from that point on, we've been together ever since.